What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on Marvel. So it's been a couple of days since I've done a Marvel video, and we've got some very interesting news to go over. But first, if you are new to the channel, make sure to grab that subscribe button. It would support the channel and I'd be very much appreciated. If you are new to the channel, we are doing a giveaway if and when the channel hits 100,000 subscribers. All you gotta do is subscribe to the channel and let me know down below. Literally anything, and you could win a PS4 Pro, a Switch, or an Xbox One X. And when, if, or we ever hit 1,000 subscribers, I will be giving it away to say thank you to you guys. So I'm going to continue doing the mega videos when I talk about 3 or 4 Marvel stories in one video. So we're going to be going over the possibility that Ant-Man 3 will, in theory, introduce the Young Avengers that we already know is confirmed to be coming in the future. And we're also going to be talking about some other things, a potential possibility of Iron Man 4 and some other stories. So let's get into this. So this story is coming from a very reliable person, Charles Murphy from Murphy's Law podcast, who recently broke the story that Ant-Man 3 is going to be in production very soon, and they could potentially start shooting it in the next couple of years. So according to this story, this is what it says. The end of Avengers EndGame displayed a happy ending for Scott and Cassie Lang. I recently watched EndGame on a 10-hour flight back from Mexico, and yes, that is one of the most heartbreaking and emotional cute scenes in the movie. Now teenage Cassie snuggled up with her dad and the newly returned Hope Van Dyne on a nice, peaceful night. However, nothing else was teased about the future of Ant-Man and the Wasp. Well, according to a new rumor from Murphy's Law podcast, the third Ant-Man movie could introduce the Young Avengers to the MCU, and it makes a lot of sense because, spoiler warning, Cassie Lang would be involved with that. Longtime insider Charles Murphy doesn't expand on the rumor at all, but he does stress this is just a rumor, therefore it should be taken with a few grain of salt. However, last month, Full Circle reported that Marvel Studios was developing a Young Avengers series for Disney's stream service, which just adds fire to the fuel. Either way, Young Avengers doesn't seem that bad. New direction for the MCU with Cassie Lang, aka played by Emma, all grown up after the blip. She could be gearing up as a superhero soon. In addition, Marvel's chief executive and also chief creative officer now, Kevin Feige, promised that Miss Marvel would appear in films following her Disney Plus streaming show. A Hawkeye series with Kate Bishop is also in development, and all them characters could eventually appear in the Young Avengers. So this is just a rumor, guys. I've seen people publishing this story like it's confirmed, verified, but it's just a rumor because even the source said it's a rumor, and potentially it would be the best and most transparent and easiest way to reveal the Young Avengers in the MCU, to have them debut during Ant-Man 3. That would be a very good way to do it. Obviously, there are rumors that Spider-Man team-up movie is actually going to be the Young Avengers and not Avengers 5, so I think that could be a potential awesome way to introduce the Young Avengers. So also in the news, there is a rumor going around, but it's not really a rumor because it's coming from the actor, the director who plays Happy Hogan. He was talking about the possibility of Iron Man 4. Now, it is pretty interesting what he had to say, good old John. We've had talks about 4. I've talked to Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige at the time about it to see what they're up to. But we definitely love working together. We love the characters. We talk about what it would be. And we also joke about the Freak storyline, which is the Happy Hogan storyline, when he turns into a Hulk-like character. We joke about that. No plans as of yet, but some publications are reporting this like Iron Man 4 is in the works. Instead of Iron Man 4, okay, this article, it was published a while ago. It's essentially just saying that Spider-Man Far From Home would essentially be Iron Man 4, but we know that is not true. And there's also the rumors, about Ironman coming back as artificial intelligence inside the Riri Williams Ironheart suit. But Iron Man 4, it's not happening, guys, but I thought it was a quite interesting story to add to this piece. So let me know, would you be down for Iron Man 4? And also in the news, I don't really want to report this, but I really want to report this because I want this to be true. So, Deadpool is coming to the MCU, but is Daredevil coming to the MCU? Now, what is interesting is there is a lot of people reporting that Deadpool is going to be working with Daredevil. So Daredevil was cancelled by Netflix. I still believe it was due to how much money it cost Netflix to make. I don't really believe the story that it's due to numbers. So a lot of people are trying to insinuate that Daredevil is saved with absolutely no validity, absolutely no precedence, absolutely nothing. There is a massive campaign to save Daredevil. Now, I'm a massive fan of Charlie Cox, who plays Matt Murdock, aka Daredevil. I've seen him live in, I guess you could say, theatre in England, in portrayal, alongside Tom Hiddleston's Loki. So I would love this to be true. But you've got to look at the validity, you've got to look at the precedence of the information that is actually out there. Now, there was an article published on mcucosmic.com that a lot of creators and Instagrammers and YouTubers and a lot of other creators are going from. So this is reported from someone called Jeremy Conrad on the 20th of October, and I wish this was true. So the byline is, 2 of the Defenders may live on in the MCU. Now, it's a very interesting byline, but realistically, let's read it. Earlier this week, news hit that Kevin Feige would be overseeing all of Marvel creativity, bringing the Marvel television under one roof of Marvel Studios. That left many people wonder what's going to happen to all of the characters Marvel television dealt with over the past decade. Now, the problem here is there's still the kind of cooling off period for Netflix characters. So yes, they could come back in some capacity, but not yet. Whilst I don't think anyone really cares about their vision of the Inhumans, everyone wants to know about the Netflix characters such as Daredevil. Yes, okay, I agree with that article so far. The Save Daredevil campaign has been really picking up steam, but it doesn't seem to be needed. It seems like someone very important at Marvel Studios really liked Daredevil and Jessica Jones, so at the very least, it sounds like these characters will live on in the MCU. Now, my problem with things like this, guys, is there's absolutely no validity. There's not like someone said this. There's literally the only evidence is there is no evidence. It seems like someone very important at Marvel Studios really liked Daredevil and Jessica Jones. I get the Daredevil part, but Jessica Jones, season 1 with Kilgrave, fire! Season 2, not really. This does not mean the Netflix series as you remember them are being revived or brought back. Instead, those characters might, once the momentum is up and Marvel can use them again. Interesting, I see what you did there. I'm really glad this article brought the fact that they can't use the characters yet. Appear in the future, MCU movies or series, that's without rebooting them. Which it means possibly that Charlie Cox and Kirsten, I really can't remember how you pronounce the name, could continue in their roles. There is no word yet on Punisher or the popular characters from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Now, see, I think, guys, this is a massive flop if this is the case, right? Because we've got Blade, right? Blade, Punisher, team-up movie, Blade versus Punisher would be freaking insane. I mean, if you are going to bring them back, I would say bring back Daredevil. Cool, bro. Bring back Punisher. Cool, bro. And stop it there. That's all you need to bring back. So it is very interesting, but I see a lot of people talking about this subject, but I don't really see any validity here. As for previously mentioned Inhumans, MCU Cosmic reported previously that they would be rebooted by Marvel Studios, and it's looking like the reboot begins with Miss Marvel, which, yes, does make sense. So this article is pretty interesting, guys, but there's literally no evidence. So I did some digging on some other websites to see if there was any more validity anywhere else, if literally anyone else was saying anything about this, and a very good website called Geeks Worldwide had something to say on this matter. So recently, someone really high up in Marvel Television Studios has left. Now, what is interesting about this is the article says this. This comes as no surprise given that he'd been whispers of his departure since early September. All of this coming off the heels of his recent original Marvel shows like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Agent Carter, as well as the Netflix shows like Daredevil and Luke Cage got canned. Also shows like Ghost Rider and New Warriors never ever seen the light of day. However, it should be noticed that there was a decision was made before Kevin Feige moved into his new position at Marvel Studios and will now oversee everything, so it's got nothing to do with him. But what is interesting is this same website is literally sourcing the other website. It should be noticed that there have been rumors from MCU Cosmic that a high up Marvel Studios executive, most likely Kevin Feige. So what is interesting is, I just hate when websites do this. Have some dignity, guys. Just go and do it. If you've got the dignity to say this, just say who did it. If it even happened. So I like the story because I love the Daredevil character in the capacity we've had him. But it just seems that there's multiple websites sourcing the same website with no validity. There is literally nothing that I can find online. I've spoken to some insiders and literally all I'm getting is literally nothing because there's no actual source here. So is Daredevil going to appear in the MCU? Well, we don't know about that because, like I said, guys, there's literally no information other than, yeah, I'm saying that someone else said something, but there's no evidence anywhere. We've been hearing for such a long time that Daredevil, that Kingpin, that Warstu is going to appear in Spider-Man 3, although Daredevil appearing in Spider-Man 3 does make a lot of sense. Realistically, because of when the cooling off period would end, he can't really appear in said movie because they'd have to shoot it really, really late, so close to release date of Spider-Man 3 that it wouldn't happen. But I really want to get behind this. Daredevil is safe story, but there is literally no validity in the report at all. I tried to reach out, but I didn't get anything back from the original source, but I knew I wouldn't. So guys, let me know. Do you want Daredevil in the MCU in some capacity? But like I said, guys, take it with a pinch of salt because there's no like validity that like literally, I hate the reporting on these stories, but I find them fascinating. But literally, guys, it's just a rumor. Report it like a rumor. Treat it like a rumor. So let me know everything you think down below, guys. Will the Young Avengers debut in Antman 3? I believe that's going to happen because it's coming from a very reliable source. Ironman 4, I just put that in there because I think it's pretty funny and pretty interesting that they've spoken about it, at least, in some capacity. Ironman 4 could be Ironheart in theory, but I don't really believe they'd call it Iron Man 4 if they were going to reboot the franchise with a complete new character. And let me know, is Daredevil saved in the MCU? I realistically don't really believe at the moment because there isn't enough information. But like always, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment. I'll catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later.